What's up, delightful humans? I'm Shannon Townsend.
And I'm Richard Townsend of the Married Marks podcast.
And you are listening to Scheduled for One Fall.
And we have returned from another break, I guess, a piss break, kind of.
Where's that sound effect? Oh,
that
was used to be for A.
Oh yeah. We're back live.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scheduled for One Fall. I am Patrick alongside Val. And Val, how have you been?
I've been awesome. I mean, I was so incredibly lucky. I got to work Warrior Wrestling this past Sunday, and we had our first ever women's main event, and first ever basically match to determine who would be the inaugural Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion. And there was about a minute there that it looked like I was going to fill in and do ring announcing for the entire show because my partner in crime, Kirby, was a bit under the weather. And as we all know, when you use your voice making a living, if you're sick, it can really, really screw things up. Yeah. So they had me on deck as not just the chief backstage correspondent, but also to potentially ring announce the entire show, which I was very excited for. But then I was also thrilled when I was told that Kirby was okay, because that means that, you know, my friend isn't sick, my partner isn't ill. But Steve of Warrior Wrestling, he said, I've talked to Kirby and I think it makes the most sense if you intro the main event. And that was the first thing I saw when I woke up Sunday morning. And what a wonderful way to start the day, I got to tell you. So not only did I get to intro the first ever women's main event at Warrior, but it was also the first time we crowned a women's champ. But it was also two of my favorite wrestlers out there today, Jordan Grace and Tessa Blanchard, but also special guest official, fucking Molly Holly, man.
Molly Holly's a legend.
Yeah, it kind of blew my mind. So it was very exciting. It was really fun. I couldn't thank Steve and Warrior Wrestling enough. It was a very cool experience. So I hope everybody that was there enjoyed it and had as good of a time as I did, because I know I had a blast. So
yeah. So I guess Val had a good fucking weekend. I didn't, man. But to make my week way better this week, we've brought in, as what WWE would say, a wild card.
Oh gosh.
And you know, I would just introduce this person, but I'm going to let that person just talk. Go ahead and take it away.
You remember the fuck you signed up for by letting me have this off the leash. So
hey, do your thing.
First off, I would like to appreciate you for not calling me enhancement talent.
Well,
all right.
Second, hello guys. My name is Shaggy Black.
I'm high already.
That, my friends, is Pat. You know him. He's high 95% of the time.
Yeah.
Which is actually adequate.
Yeah.
I've been asked been requested by Val and my friend Pat here to step in and shake it up. I'm not going to use any more wrestling terms because all those WWE wrestling terms will just make me ill. So I'd rather not.
Yeah.
You may know me from such things as three-handled moss-covered wrestling podcasts that me and a friend Corey were on, or you may have heard me on other episodes, even my show called Drunken Hospitality. I am now officially back on the air doing more things that I love, which is wrestling talk. But realistically, you probably know from this GameStop meme that I'd rather not say how you can find it. I'm good on that.
You know, I wasn't even going to bring that up, Shaggy. I wasn't. I felt like that was going to be one of the forbidden things, like
It can be
that,
forbidden,
or
but then again, we're also here for the likes.
yeah,
We're also
yeah,
here
like
for
I
likes.
didn't, yeah. So
Jinko came
yeah.
back, and I'm waiting for my cut.
You know what's so cool is like I don't even know what you're talking about. So now I want to go stalk it out on the interwebs.
Oh my god.
Oh God. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, and Val, I will give you 3 minutes to go Google every black GameStop employee ever.
Yeah, just Google that. Just Google black
Just go ahead and
GameStop employee and
yeah,
tell
just
me
Google
what
that.
comes up.
I'll give you guys. I said 3 minutes. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. That's all you need.
I
No,
don't
3
even-
minutes because it's a wrestling show. 3 minutes.
Oh my lord.
Well, I'm actually looking at photos courtesy of Windy City Slam that they took this past Sunday. So that's what I'm currently looking at.
Yeah.
But I will Google Black GameStop. Is that right? Employees?
Yeah, black GameStop
Yeah,
employee.
black GameStop employee or every black GameStop employee. Val, you've seen
Surreal.
it.
Oh my god.
You probably it's funny that we've explained that we've known each other, and Pat didn't know we knew each other because we met in Orlando at Wrestle Circus. Which shout outs to Wrestle Circus. I'm glad you guys are back.
Yeah, me too.
But if you go look at that picture and then you remember how I actually look, I want to hear your insight because this is the first time you've ever been witness to that.
Oh yeah, I will definitely look it up.
Wow, that is
Yeah, please.
black.
All right, that's all your time, people. That's literally
All
like
right,
not even 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. But that's all I'm gonna give you because I don't need to be embarrassed on this day. Not opening up. This is not
like I said, I wasn't gonna bring that shit up. I was just gonna
It's
Oh,
good.
man.
Yeah. Okay, there it is. She pulled it up, and yeah.
I did. You're every black GameStop employee.
Yeah. Yeah.
How old is that picture though?
2008.
I was gonna say
11 years ago.
1998. No, I'm just kidding.
But it's old. It's an old picture, and I'm telling you, every 3 months I see Shaggy either on Facebook or on Twitter.
Instagram too.
You know what? At this point, you just got to make it a pin.
This
You
is
just
too
gotta
funny.
make it a pin.
It says right here on one of you, Shaggy, it says, "This is the most accurate thing I've ever seen on the internet since Hillary Clinton stopped being a reptile. GameStop employee, black employee."
Yeah, that was what made it so funny is the accuracy because I knew about 4 guys that looked just like that in the GameStops that I managed or worked around.
Does that not get a "that's racist"? Because I feel like
No, because it's accuracy. It's not.
It's accurate.
oh, so that gets like a "that's accurate."
Yes.
It's super. That's why I let it fly because I'm like,
God.
okay, yeah, it's accurate. I can't escape it. But
Yeah.
but the stuff that in the comments, it's some of the. I ain't gonna say some of them are hurtful because I'm all about the jokes. But some of them is the inaccuracy of the comments is what gets me going because they it's like you guys have no idea. But anyway, wrestling. Enough of
Wrestling.
Wrestling news. A lot of shit has happened. And like I said, I'm so happy that I had my break because I was ready to kill a motherfucker last week, but that's all right. We're now about to bring you the wrestling news of this week, and Val, take it away.
Oh man, we got some sweet ditties for you, let's just say. Starting with something that I don't think anybody on this entire planet is surprised to hear. But Rusev has gone on record saying that 99.9% of the WWE roster feels completely overlooked. Is this a surprise to either of you? No?
No.
All right. So,
No.
next. But yeah, I was like, that's news because he's speaking out in ways that maybe he, quote unquote, shouldn't. But
I don't know. It's been a wild couple months for the Rusev household.
yeah.
A couple, especially.
I mean, he's not wrong, but I mean, bro, I guess. I mean, this is also coming from the dude who also was going over the tour for Blood Money. Told the Undertaker to bury him softly, brother. So
yeah, that's true.
The fucks of him that he doesn't give are very low. So
yeah.
I mean,
So
and also I feel like he gets a pass for saying it regardless because he's always been open about his discontentment. But also, it's like Rusev Day. So, I mean, he can kind of get away with it on Rusev Day, right?
Yeah, because every day,
Mhm.
yeah, every day is
It's a national holiday.
Yeah. I mean, there was like a whole calendar
Yeah.
dedicated to it. So one thing that is kind of sad news, I think, for at least a good percentage of our listening audience, including myself, Alexa Bliss is not cleared for competition for this Sunday's Money in the Bank. She was supposed to be in the ladder match. And in fact, she had this weird new alliance with Nikki Cross, who decided that she wanted to be nice Nikki again instead of, psycho crazy sanity Nikki that we all know and love. And with the assist, Alexa qualified for Money in the Bank, but now they're announcing that she is not cleared. So she has been pulled, and her new bestie, Nikki Cross, is getting that spot.
I hate to say it. It might be over. It might be over.
So my thinking is that as somebody that has experienced multiple concussions because of 15 years of roller derby, wrestling is not easy on your brain or on your noggin. And a match, like a ladder match, probably not the best for somebody who just came back from concussions.
Yeah.
There's certain ways to work around concussions and work safely, but that percentage of safety goes down immensely when things like ladders are involved. So I think it's just them protecting the product, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say investment. That, you know what I mean? Like, she's not going to probably wrestle much until SummerSlam, if even then, and maybe not even until, Survivor Series. I think they're going to kind of do this dangle a carrot where she does little safe matches here and there, because that match that she had with Bayley was just fine. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, she's out. Nikki's in. I'm excited for Nikki Cross for the opportunity.
Wait a minute. Had they announced that Nikki Cross is in?
She announced it on Twitter. And they have she's in the graphic.
Well, yeah, I guess that
just a few hours ago, WWE officials made the announcement that Nikki Cross would be replacing Alexa Bliss. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Something else that we found out via Twitter is that Lars Sullivan, total freaking jagoff.
Hold on. Before we touch on douchebag Sullivan, with Nikki Cross, two things. One was, am I wrong to think that this is kind of a lower budget? I never want to wish injury on anyone, but kind of almost like a low budget, like how Ali got hurt and Kofi stepped in. Because I believe there's a lot of Nikki Cross fans,
I think,
that would like to see her do more. And for this, with Alexa getting hurt, it's like, hey, I actually have time to shine here. And she's like, I got one opportunity. Let me do something. Almost kind of like how Kofi did. I don't want to compare it to that because it's obviously a different situation, but it's right above there. Also, I also believe that this is white chocolate.
White chocolate. What are you talking about? I'm high.
Nikki Cross. This is what she used to go back. This is kind of what she used to go back as in back across the seas. Yeah, she wasn't always crazy. Like they called her all like white chocolate across seas. I think at WXW when she was there.
Man.
Yeah, well, she the whole bit on Raw was, should I be nice? Should I be nice? Should I go back to being nice? Should I come into the light and out of the darkness? And so a lot of Wrestle Twitter is not happy with that, but there are a lot of diehard Nikki Cross fans. Now, I think the biggest difference, and maybe I'm not catching what you're throwing, but I think the biggest difference is Alexa has already been injured, whereas Ali wasn't injured that we knew of.
I guess I'm guessing the same thing is we didn't know something was wrong with Alexa outside of that. Like, oh, okay, hey, she's cleared. She's going to wrestle. Hooray. Not saying we didn't want her because I like Alexa Bliss, but it's kind of like, oh, she's actually hurt, so she needs a replacement. And you give it to Nikki Cross. They could have given it to anybody else.
I think if honestly, I think this is a way to bolster Nikki's, monetary value, if you will, because Alexa Bliss makes a lot of money off of shop.com. and she's got a lot of fans. And so if this is kind of like, well, Nikki's going to help Alexa qualify. So all of a sudden, all the fucking bliss marks, you know, are going to be like, yeah, Nikki. And now that Alexa can't be in the match and Nikki is, they're probably going to side with Nikki because, you know what I'm saying? So I think that they knew all along that Alexa was not going to be in the match. And they just played it so that it looks like Nikki is her new best friend. And so therefore all those bliss dollars will still be spent on cross. You know what I mean?
Okay, like cross promotion type stuff.
Yeah.
I get it. Like I definitely, I guess I was looking at it from another way, only because like, hey, this is when I saw it, like, oh, this is a pleasant surprise. Like I didn't know. I was like, oh snap, Alexa's hurt because they could put Alicia Fox in. No disrespect to Alicia Fox, but Alicia Fox would have been in, and like it just I wouldn't have gotten the same reaction. It's like, oh snap, Nikki Cross is on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I think for the most part, a lot of fans were just upset that Sanity split.
Yeah,
you know, that was like I think a big thing, and now that she's doing a character completely different from that, it's kind of like, oh, but you know, fucking neckbeards, you know, they want to be behind the scenes and know every fucking thing and not just watch the fans.
Let's talk about the one with the fucked up beard, I guess. Racist beard.
Yeah, he's
God. A beard of racism. Yeah, so basically we kind of already knew this, and it's been bubbling for almost a year now, and evidently it even led to all of his anxiety attacks because there had been one or two tweets that saw daylight that Lars Sullivan had written being homophobic, misogynistic, racist, like all these terrible things that, you know, you probably don't want to be as a human being. And evidently that's where his anxiety was stemming from. It wasn't so much stage fright as it was stage fright, more people knowing him, more people looking into his past, more people finding more shit that he said. So Snickers and their parent company Mars, who are both giant sponsors of WWE, are really not keen on some of the select choice words that Mr. Sullivan used. So basically, WWE took action as soon as Snickers/Mars decided to say, no, we don't condone this kind of behavior or this talk. And they fined him $100,000 and ordered him to attend sensitivity training.
Bullshit.
Well, now here's the thing. He just recently was called up to the main roster. I mean, even though it felt like it was 5 years ago with all the, you know, lurking Lars promos, but he was making $80,000 when he was on NXT. So essentially he got charged more than he quote unquote is worth, which is kind of interesting. We don't know what kind of raise he got, of course, when he got called up to the main roster, but
look,
what do you guys think?
I don't give a fuck. There's no excuse. Not saying fire the guy because I don't want anyone, you know, to not have a job and not be able to take care of themselves. But the shit that he said was really fucking crazy. Like it wasn't just normal, you know, trolling. That's what you know what? It was the dickhead. It was the dickhead that I think he works for Impact now. He was an announcer. I forgot his name. They just brought him up for the last show or whatever. But he was on Twitter basically saying like, oh, you know, everyone trolls, you know. And I'm like, no, he was saying some really offensive shit about black people and insulting people's sexual orientation. Like, look, fuck them. And I know Titus O'Neil came out. And
that's what I was going to touch on.
You know, I get what Titus is trying to do. He's an ambassador for the WWE. He wants to be the guy to kind of, you know, low key. Look, Titus is just doing this shit so he can keep a job, so he won't be fucked up like how what's his name, Darren Young is right now. I don't know if y'all seen him lately, but he's been going through some shit. But look, I don't give a fuck about Lars Sullivan, and I would never be invested in a guy like that just because of the shit that he said in those forums, whether it been 8 years ago or 8 minutes ago. Do I believe people change? Yeah. But
especially when money is involved.
But yeah, I believe WWE wouldn't have did shit if people wouldn't have contacted the Mars Corporation for that. And you know, they actually, you know, say, oh yeah, we're gonna, you know, that's fucked up what he said. But fuck Lawrence Sullivan. That's all I gotta say about him. Fuck
I'll
him
say
and Mike
this.
Hogan.
I'll say this. For one, when it comes to that, I'm not trying to be devil's advocate at all, but all I can say is this: we all say stupid shit, like egregious stupid shit that would not fly in today's world. I have, Pat. I damn sure know you have.
Oh man,
I can't speak on Val.
Yeah, like I mean, I have. If you guys followed me on Twitter in like 2019, you know, well, no, I mean 2009.
I scrubbed my I scrubbed my shit.
I gotta be honest,
good. But
I don't agree with that. Like, I mean, it's cool that I think that this shows that people grow and people change. That they said stupid shit, because I'll tell you what, I didn't say stupid shit regarding race, regarding religion, regarding gender, sexuality. No. I never have, because to me, I said, in my mind, and the way my parents raised me, tall dad and my little Jewish grandmother, like they raised me, love who you love as long as you love. Whether it mean in partner in the bedroom, partner in life, partner in school, partner in work, whatever, be good to fucking people. And hopefully people will be good in return. And even when they're not, you kill them with kindness. So one, you know that you did your very best to make the day better for everybody. And two, they can't get shitty with you, because what are you going to do? Be pissed at the bitch that's smiling and saying please and thank you? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't buy it.
Than all of us, Val. Well, no, my whole thing is like I said, that's my thing. My whole thing is with that is we all say stupid shit. Some shit can't be, we ain't gonna, like, we can forgive, but we ain't gonna forget. That's the type of things that I'm coming across. Like, look, it's cool. Like what WWE's doing, the punishment can be way more harsher than that, unless he's literally not bringing home anything. So he's not going to be getting checks for a minute. But the punishment doesn't fit the crime, because it could have been way worse. It should have been way worse, in my opinion. But at this, because people got fired over some other stuff. You remember what Seth's ex-girlfriend? Oh man! As soon as they got that, they popped her. She was out. Yeah, so they fire people for way less. My thing is, so he escaped, but he escaped online, but they're gonna be watching him too. So if I understand, we're saying Titus came up and stepped up for him and said, hey, we need to blah 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 blah. Being the ambassador stuff, he didn't have to do that, because Big E said this when somebody told Big E, and like Big E's like, oh hey, look, real talk, he's gonna have to deal with the people in the back. He's gonna have to explain himself. So he got to deal with his coworkers. And you know what? Like all of them. And it's predominantly minorities in that company.
You want to fix Lawrence Sullivan? Have him go on the road with the people of color. Have him ride with people like the Usos. Have him ride with Andrade if he's on Smack. No, I don't. Oh, he's a wild card. Maybe he's on both. I don't know. Have him ride with Samoa Joe. Have him ride with Mark Henry. Mark Henry. Right
there. Have him ride with Joe. Actually, have him ride with Joe and Mark Henry, because I want to see that. Put that on drop.
Put that on drop.
Oh my god!
Put that on. I would watch that. It's like, yo, what is he gonna say? He's gonna say something crazy. Like, yo, can you turn this off? They gonna look at him like, bruh.
Yeah.
But no. Yes, people can change, but no, you're not gonna forget what they said. Me personally, I think the punishment should have been worse, like even more severe. And I know he's had a tough time with like mental issues and stuff. We all go through that. Some more than others. However, hey man, you gotta if you do the time, if you do the crime, you gotta do the time. That type of stuff. It's there. You can't get rid of it. They put you on blast. You either can own up to it and do better, or you can actually hide, like just fucking being just be shameful. So I mean, only time will tell. I never cared for Lawrence Sullivan in the first place, and I live in the South, so that shit kind of flies out here all the time. So
which is gross.
Look, man, I'd rather not delve on that too much, but at the same time, you need to do certain things to kind of curb that. Speaking of curve, the fuck did Chad Gable do to his hair?
Dude, I was just gonna say, like, I can't even believe, like, I'm not surprised by the Lars Sullivan thing, but when I saw pictures of Chad Gable with short hair, my immediate response was, the fuck? Like, no headband, no flowing locks, I don't even know what to do. Like, how do
I'm about to look it up right now. I haven't seen it. Like, I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, I feel like hashtag Chad Gable's hair. I don't know.
Chad.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
if you Google Chad Gable haircut,
He looks like Brad Maddox.
yeah, like I love that.
No.
I love when you Google Chad Gable haircut. The very first thing that pops up is an article by Cage Side Seats, and it says some thoughts and concerns about Chad Gable's brand new haircut.
Yeah, that is very.
And the other one that's really, really great, I think, is Wrestle Talk. Of course, my British boyfriends. I love them so. They're just the best. If you have never watched their YouTube or listened to their podcast, they're fantastic. But they're like, Wrestle Talk?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
But with like British accents, so it's even better than the best.
Man. Hello, I'm Ollie David. No, that's
Yeah. Mecca News! I mean, it's just so good. Luke Owen, he's just the best.
Thank you. Not for you, Val. You're good. For him. He didn't have to do all
for
that.
me.
I was like, you got to do all that.
He's like, I'm Ollie Davis.
Yes, see,
Yeah. Keep that on deck.
yeah.
So
It's the best sound
Chad
effect.
Gable looks like young EC3 back when he was known as what was his name?
Eric Bateman?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He looks like Eric Bateman.
Yeah.
Derek's younger brother.
I mean, I don't know. If he like sent me a fucking Tinder or OK Stupid message, I might actually read his profile, but I don't think I'd reach out to him. I'm just saying.
Oh man. Yeah. Shout out
Hey,
to
man.
Chad. It was new haircut.
I understand going through new looks, but come on, bro.
I mean, fucking Bobby Roode got
It's not
the
bad though.
Rick Rude mustache.
Yeah,
So-
but that
that
Robert
fits.
Roode mustache is so good.
yeah,
Dude, that fits.
Like,
That haircut
it's
don't fit
so
him, bro.
good.
yeah.
I'm just waiting for a new Robert Roode T-shirt to drop because I just
Gonna be a
want.
mustache.
Yes, I just want a picture of his like he's a very handsome man, like to begin with, but with that mustache, it's just over the top, bro.
You said it, not me, but I think the only reason Bobby Roode has that shit because they didn't get Joey Ryan. They didn't get Joey, so all right, Rude, we want a porn stash from you.
You know what's interesting though? On the WWEshop.com, he's still listed as Bobby Roode.
Well, there's
I
a lot of lazy motherfuckers over there, but one
You know,
person
I
that's
speak-
not lazy. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No. You had a perfect segue. I'm not gonna fuck that up. That's not what we're gonna do here. That's not what I'm about.
One person that is not lazy is Leo Rush because he's probably at home, moving shit around his house because apparently he removed all his WWE related stuff from all his social media, which I saw that coming,
Yeah.
You know that's his second time doing this, right?
Yeah.
He's done it before.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it is what it is, I hope that he gets back on TV. I hope he gets paid because I do believe, that sports entertainers should not be broke on the road or anything like that. Especially when you have a multi-billion-dollar company or whatever. I think the company should be taking care of that stuff now. How much money they fucking make. If you look what they bring in total every year, and then after they pay out, the wrestlers, they still have a shitload of money.
But again, it could go back to like what Mark Henry said in regards to spend your money appropriately. We don't know how he's living. I mean, he could be buying bling and everything for everyone he knows.
I did see
Bars.
him on that was bars right there. I saw him on IG Live. He definitely was counting a stack of money one time.
Yeah, I kind of have a hard time buying into it because he portrays this like look of extravagance. So like saying that he's broke all the time. Well, I mean, are you like, how are you living? Are you only flying first class? Are you only getting black cars instead of a regular Uber? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's ways to live frugally on the road and still make a pretty good check. And then there's ways to have nothing to show for it when your career is done. And I don't know, we don't know about him personally. We can only guess what we can gather off of IG and Twitter and social media in general. But I mean, when Mark Henry's saying, think about change the way you're spending, that tells me that he's doing just fine. He's just spending way more than his bottom line allows.
Yeah. So my thing on that is, and it's never about the money for me. My whole thing is, it's like, okay, he's done this again, because the last time he removed WWE from his media is when he said that thing about Emma. Yeah, when he said the thing about Emma. When he said, guess she wasn't ready for Asuka, and then they scolded him, and he never said anything. He removed every little WWE tweet about. So he acts like this. So what this shows me is and I met Lio Rush, nice dude, but I don't know what it is, man. Is it like when you don't get your way, you act like a diva or something else, man? It's like, okay, so let's say you leave WWE. Who else is going to want to deal with that attitude?
I mean, I've worked with him on a handful of occasions. Just he's been on shows that I've been working. Always been a really nice guy. Like, he seemed pretty down to earth, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, when you're known as like, well, if it's not going how I want, I'm gonna take my ball and go home. I mean, that's kind of how it's coming across.
He's still, and at the end of the day, we forget that he's still young, like young.
Yeah. He's like what, 24?
Yeah, he's not. We're old, all three of us are older than him. I mean, I'm like
almost double his age.
Yeah, it's like to this point to where it's like, okay, we want you to grow, man. Like, I want him to succeed. Like, I mess with Lio Rush. He's 24. I want Lio Rush to succeed, man. I want him to make the money that he so rightfully deserves. But there's different ways you got to go about it, man. Like, don't get your bridges burned. Don't burn your bridges ahead of time, man, because they do blackball dudes, and they do blackball dudes in wrestling. I mean, and in WWE, yeah, you will want to take a WWE reject. That's fine, but not when they come with a bunch of baggage.
But you know what? I think Lio Rush will be fine because I mean, a lot of people fuck with him. I know Joey Janela the other week, like he shouted out what's his name, Lio Rush, like in the middle of a match and did his frog splash. So, I mean, I know people are disgruntled right now because I guess the big boys came to play. I guess that's gonna be the slogan for them. But I just hope he gets what he, I think he'll be fine.
He'll be fine, man. Like, I want him to get back on his feet. I'm not like trying to discredit him or anything else like that, man. But it's kind of like, it's like if you see if you see your buddies messing up, man, you kind of want to pull them aside, like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, make it make sense for me so I can have your back in all of this, please.
Yeah, and I just hope he's not backstage, like if someone tells us something, and he's like, man, like I guess the supposed rumor was he told Finn Balor that I don't work for you, I work for Vince. Like, after he told him, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have your, wife, sitting in rehearsals. But who knows, man? Nobody was there. But
man, I don't know. Nope, I don't work there. I can't tell you. Yeah. I'm not gonna believe every dirt sheet that I read. I will, however, believe every picture that I see, though.
Yeah. What picture did you see?
Oh no. Even better. Even before that picture, did you see the tweet that prompted the picture?
The beef that now I saw this, and what we're talking about, we're getting to the point, I promise people.
It's just so good. Not like the Becky Lynch shirt I just sent you guys. It's really not good.
Yeah, it's now Becky was going in with like not Natalia, I'm sorry, going Beth in with Beth Phoenix. And the main is like, obviously it was just kind of going Jack John and stuff, and then this one was got juicy. So we're bringing men into, like, she said something about being the man. Obviously, that was going to happen. She just brings up something and say, we're bringing our men into this. I was like, so that's what we're doing?
it also had to do with Edge, because there was comments about neck breaking and concussions and things like that.
Yeah.
Which is why his career got ended. And basically Becky was getting all Twitter happy again and talking about, breaking his neck.
Yeah, something about
in the ring.
Neck. Yeah, something. Yeah, it was something that was kind of like fucked up.
Yeah.
And then naturally Beth Phoenix is his real life wife and defended him. And it turned.
I thought it was opposite because I thought Edge came in second, then it was Beth. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but regardless, the bottom line is it turns out that, so now we're bringing our men into this, are we? Seth Rollins? She tagged Seth. It's something that we've all known or we've all wanted to be true for a long time. I mean, I remember sitting at the Hall of Fame with, Henny Omega, and we were both like, look at how cute Becky and Seth are. And they're trying to act like they're not a couple. Look at how cute they are, and then everybody's been murmuring about them being an item for a while because she's been single for a minute. He's been single for a minute. And, as much as I subscribe to the school of thought of let people live their lives and stay out of their personal lives, it is kind of really exciting when you see two people that you respect and admire in the entertainment or sports entertainment world find a partner that gets what they're going through and appreciates them and all their chaos and all their awesome. Yeah. So
see, I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know anything about it until it happened because I was still kind of I'm on look, man, I'm still on Charlotte and Andrade hive over here. So it's kind of and then Aleister Black and Zelina. So I've just been, those are two couples that I'm like, yes. But and when Charlotte and Andrade happened, I'm like, yes. And then this happened, I'm like, oh, this kind of tops all of this. Like, oh, hold on.
Yeah, that's wild. But
this left field. It was, only for Seth to respond well, I guess I can drop this now. And it's them kissing in the back at Mania.
I gotta hear damn type all right,
damn here.
Here you go, take it. There's a picture of me and Becky making out backstage in front of cameras.
And being very, very open about it, which a lot of the superstars don't get a chance to.
I don't, shout out to them. I don't give a shit though.
Nah, man, it ain't my dick.
If
it was, I wouldn't tell anybody. If it was, honestly, I'd be like, if one of them came to me like, hey, we can't talk about this. I'm like, I already got the shirts made. What are you talking about? What do you?
So what's the nickname they're going by? What's the nickname they're going by?
They're not. Champ is what Becky tweeted.
Oh well, I like that.
They're like the triple champ, But, you already got the shirt made. Have you guys seen these terrible, terrible, terrible T-shirts on shop.wwe.com?
All right, for the people at home, we have a little group chat, and if you've listened to the show before, you know that Val has a serious problem with www.shop.com. If there's a fucking Charlotte Flair toenail clipper, she will buy it.
Yo, I remember. Dude, holy shit. Yeah, I remember because she was trying to get me to get one of the Charlotte pins.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like, yo, Shaggy, if you can, just give me one of these pins, please. I wonder if I still got that text. No, DM.
Yeah. I slid up in your DMs, yo.
He's like, bro, I need one of these pins. She was like, she was fiending. It's like, yo, if you see one of them pins, bro, let me get one of them holes.
For the record, former guest of the show, Andy Long, came through and Two Juice got me the 2-pin set, and it was Charlotte and Becky, and it was amazing.
I think that was the pin set you were asking for.
Yeah.
Was that was that New Orleans or was that Orlando?
Yeah. No, that was NOLA because Orlando I was at. I would have gotten that.
You were Orlando. Yeah, you would have gotten that. It was New Orleans. Okay.
Yeah, it was NOLA. I couldn't go because Cubs home opener. I couldn't find a flight home in time, and then the Cubs home opener got snowed out anyway. So whatever. But so you guys got to look at these terrible, I want to say garbage shirts because it's Garbage Pail Kids shirts.
Yeah,
I'm clicking in the link right now because I see
And
the
this is
Charlotte
right.
one popped up.
but you know what's so crazy? A lot of kids are looking at that shirt and they have no idea what the fuck that is. But that's
No
like
idea.
childhood, so I guess
Yeah.
that's cool, you know.
No, it's not
But
cool. It's
It's
absolutely
not
not
cool.
cool. Neither is fucking Baron Corbin's new look, man. I mean, it's actually not that bad in comparison
look,
because he doesn't look like he's going to make me a terribly overly sweet drink that has little to no alcohol in it at TGI Fridays. Instead of looking like a mixologist, now he's going to be wrestling in jeans and a t-shirt again.
well,
Well,
I got
Oh.
two things to say about that. First, number one, Val is the best bartender because she be getting us fucked up. And number
I'm still
two,
recovering from the Malort shots.
yes. And number two, I'm high and I completely forgot what the fuck I was about to say. But Baron Corbin. Yeah, Baron
Typical.
Corbin, we're not going to disrespect Baron Corbin. We're not.
Yeah.
I
First
think-
off, can moment of silence for my man Constable Corbin, please.
his
Just
vest
moment of silence.
for his vest.
I just for the vest, man. All right, you know his H&M outfit. All right,
Oh man.
my
Shop.
man's had the H&M drip. All right,
Top
respect,
shop from the top rope.
respect, man. I'm gonna miss that because when I heard it, my heart broke.
Yeah.
I was bummed, man, because I was like, oh, he's back in his. I'm like, no,
But he's not. Here's the thing, though. He's not back in his old gear because he doesn't look like the Hot Topic clearance rack. He looks like he spilled something on his jeans, so he stopped at Target, picked up a new pair of black jeans, and by the way, can I grab a shirt from merch? Because it has like a wolf on it, but it's a different wolf. So it's not the lone wolf. It's just a different wolf because he's apparently.
Baron was the only guy
Wolf.
that I know had enough pull to just wear whatever shirt that he had, not his own merch. He would wear whatever shirt he had out to the ring. It's like, man, I just picked this up. Like, for instance, I have this shirt that he wore that he got from Violent Gentleman, a hockey brand that I love so much.
Mhm.
And he
So does Aleister Black.
Yes. It was a Dream Crusher shirt, and the moment I saw that they were pimped, they was like, yeah, it was a Baron Corbin exclusive shirt on the website, and then they actually just started. I missed the first run, and I got the second run, but that's how I knew. And then but it's funny because right after he did that, they made him start wearing his own shirts. So I'm like, they're like, you can't be. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, you know what I like though is one of the other people that does that wears whatever swag, because I think that Vince McMahon's like, it looks intense and metal. I don't know what the fuck it says, but I bet the kids love it. Is Eric Rowan? Eric Rowan comes out wearing like behemoth, like crazy Swedish death metal. Like every time I see him out on the like the ramp.
He does be wearing those metal shirts, and I'm like, where do you get these, man? Like, these are awesome. You know who I'm upset that never got a chance to do that, and he probably has enough pull to do that now? Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Because he used to wear those, like, not pop punk, but
like screamo
bands, like screamos and like band shirts and stuff. And I'm like, yo, he would wear that with his outfit, and I'm just like, bruh, these are great. And when he stopped doing that, I was like, okay, you can't obviously do that because they're gonna ask, like, why is that man wearing like a Meshuggah shirt or something like that? Like, what is that? Why does it look like? But you know, it was. But when it comes to Baron Corbin's outfit, I felt like I was the only. First off, I like Baron Corbin. I've always liked Baron Corbin. I will come out to death and say that. I don't care how bland he was. I don't care how. I always was a Baron Corbin supporter. When he became Constable Corbin, I loved him even more because I was like, this is the dude who tells you the bar is closed and there's literally 15 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the dude who gets mad at you for like not like when you feel like you gave him a good enough tip, but he's mad at you because he's like, nah, you need to do better than this. When you only had when it's a 2-drink minimum, he just
Like
kind of stared.
I feel like he definitely would be calling last call at 1 a.m. if nobody was in the bar, even though the bar doesn't close until 2.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think he definitely is like, screw you, buddy. This is my world. You just happen to walk into my bar. You know what I mean?
He laughs at you when you order a Heineken.
Oh man.
Like we can make jokes about this all day. Like
yeah, so
I'm serious.
Darren Corbin, not to be confused with Constable or Baron Corbin, had the name first and has been wrestling since 1902.
Mhm.
He's a ginger snapped. He has a fantastic YouTube channel. He's hilarious. You should follow him on Twitter because he's brilliant and funny. And
I like him. I used to hate him.
yeah, you did. You used to yell at him.
Yeah,
Not as much as you yell at Frank the Clown,
not
but
GTA or Frank the Clown levels.
yeah. But you know, you can follow him at Darren Corbin, DARIN Corbin. And I just wanted to give him a little extra love because I know people sometimes get like pissed off about his name, even though he had it way longer, way first. And it was his birthday on the 14th. So big ups, happy birthday.
Happy 42nd birthday, man.
Merry birthday.
Well, he's 35, but yeah.
Oh shit. That was a joke. It was oh, there we go.
So happy birthday to Darren Corbin. I adore you, friend. Even though you're sometimes weird and mean to me, it's okay. I get it. It's fine. I'll allow it. It's your birthday.
He's a jerk is what you're saying.
Yeah. So then, okay, so you know, Seth and Becky broke the internet twice, right? That was huge. Haircuts and you know, ring gear change, social media reference change. These are all big changes, but the biggest change I think that happened in wrestling this week, it basically melted the internet. Didn't quite break it, but certainly set it afire. AEW finally confirmed that they have a monster TV contract with TNT.
You know,
hold on, Pat. First off, I want to say, not to Val, because me and Val, we talked, we just didn't talk like this. I talked to Pat. I want to say I told you so, and hashtag Shag knows.
So basically, we shouldn't be thanking Chris Jericho, as he constantly alludes to. We should be thanking Shaggy Black.
Oh no! Thank him because he has way more money. And, so thank him. But no, seriously, like and I make jokes, but to be honest with you, obviously because I am in the home. What you guys don't know about me is I am in the home city of AEW. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Duval, baby. When they had the rally here, for not for Double or Nothing, but the AEW rally,
the press conference, right?
The original press conference. They came out and heard and fans were asking rumblings. Someone kind of talked to him about like someone asked Cody two things, and Cody didn't say anything, but they're kind of were working on some stuff and getting on TNT. He kind of leaked that. What we really found out was we found out that Jacksonville was getting the second show, which I will be at in Fight for the Fallen.
Fight for the Fallen, yeah.
Yep. July 13th. But they kind of had some murmurs about like TV packages, and something kind of got like loosely talked around there. So it was kind of like where there's smoke, there's fire. And Tony Khan family, who's beloved here in Jacksonville, you know, they, not to be confused, they have Vince McMahon money.
Yeah.
So they
own the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they also own football clubs overseas. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean,
and some stuff in Chicago still, I believe.
Yeah.
So they got their footprint. They got money. I think when I found out about this like a few months ago, I'm like, they're gonna do it, but I don't know how they're gonna do it. Because I had some concerns about. First of all, it's huge. Let's not kid ourselves. This is huge. It's not Monday Night War is huge, but this is huge because other brands like Ring of Honor, TNA, now known as Impact, they tried to get on a bigger television market, but they couldn't.
Right.
And for them, we're going to take with TNT Turner Broadcasting actually taking a chance with AEW, a not proven wrestling company, who's trying to bring bigger ideas to the forefront. That's a huge get. I guess my concern is me and Pat are basketball fans, and the NBA is TNT's biggest draw, and they're going to premiere during basketball season.
Yeah, and I think the basketball days are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And from what we remember, they're gonna try and do Tuesday. We don't know the day they're gonna try, but I remember they're gonna do. Remember they already did like Tuesday Night Dynamite, and that still might be the front. That still might be the go getter. But it's kind of like at this point, that's dope. But if LeBron comes to town, who gonna get that? Who gonna get?
Yeah, AEW is not gonna be on TV if LeBron has a game or something.
Well, and wouldn't that be interesting if King James comes to town? And Tuesday Night Dynamite can't happen, but it can air on a Monday.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
or on a Friday.
Yeah, it can definitely do that. You have the days of the week to do that. I mean, it's just really interesting to me because I knew it was coming, but I'm mad I didn't think about it at the beginning. I was like, wait, they're gonna have to have basketball on. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think about it because back in the day, obviously WCW had Monday Night Nitro and Thunder, but even then, basketball was on at that time was on NBC too. So you had other platforms. Now it's on like ESPN, myriads of networks, and TNT's not letting go of their biggest ratings, like inside the NBA. Like is it inside the NBA, Pat? That's with Charles Barkley. Yeah. The NBA is like one of their biggest rating things, on top of whatever game shows. And God forbid if it's one of the NBA's like all-stars playing that night, it's gonna get its ratings. That being said, with the Tuesday game, maybe you can move some stuff around because you're gonna have to move around the NBA. You're not gonna want to move around wrestling, especially unproven wrestling. It's one thing if it's like WWE, like, hey, we're gonna be here Tuesday. They're gonna figure something out.
I don't know. I kind of feel like this is a really awesome way for them to like dip their toe in the pond of revisiting, the Monday Night Wars. Mm-hmm. Because if there is a postseason, let me tell you, from working at venues, postseason always takes precedence, and not just because of the killer alliteration, but it's always going to take precedence over some wrestling show. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So that would be a really great way for them to try to see how it would do up against WWE. You know what I mean? On a Monday night or a Friday night.
Do it. Go Monday. Fuck it.
Nah, don't do. Nah, I'm against that. Don't. That's what got that. You did. Impact tried to do that same shit, and they actually were proven, but they fucked it. Nah, don't. Hell no.
I think the difference this time is that AEW has buku amounts of money.
They have talent. They have money. Yeah. TNA had talent too, but that's the problem.
But TNA had yesterday's news.
Yeah,
AEW has tomorrow's future.
Yeah,
tomorrow's future.
You know what I mean?
Tomorrow's future that no one knows about, other than like smarts like us.
But I'm telling you,
that's what they.
Hold on, one at a time. Ladies first.
My bad. I'm sorry.
But I think that's what they're banking on, is that they have these unknowns, and they do have just enough of well-known names, like Chris Jericho. Obviously, they're riding very high on him.
That's their biggest pull.
That's their biggest name, especially for him to be, against the WWE. That's gigante. But I mean, you want to tell me that like the looks of Brandy Rhodes, Kylie Ray, that those women aren't going to pull people in just based on their small-minded thinking of just how they look. I mean, all the women on the AEW roster are fucking mega babes. Never mind they're badass and brilliant women. But they don't they're not like the tits and ass. They're not the TNA of Impact. You know what I mean? They're the badass, we are strong, confident women who also happen to look magnificent.
Yeah, but I also think that's that type of thinking when it comes to women's wrestling now is kind of dead unless
it's very antiquated.
Unless the women themselves bring that out.
Right.
Pat, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying anything. I forgot. I think AEW, they know better. They're gonna fucking cater to the neckbeards. The like the guy that we saw at Pro Wrestling Tees. The fucking that Mark. See, I don't want to say Mark because I'm a Mark too.
That's fine. There's various degrees of marks. It's fine.
No, but that guy was talking all that shit, and he was dressed from head to toe in Bullet Club gear. I'm talking shoes, pants, underwear. I don't know how I saw him, but I did. Shirt, jacket, and hat. Oh, Bullet Club.
We weren't even high yet.
Yeah, we wasn't even high.
Did he not have the backpack? I'm disappointed.
He probably did. I don't know, but fuck that guy anyway. But yeah, I'm excited about AEW. I want them to go head up.
As we want, I want. First off, I know a little bit more about the Khans now than I'm just be honest with you. How much do y'all actually know about the Khan family?
I just know the dad owns the Jaguars. That's about it, and they're from here.
Val, what about you?
I just know that they have roots here and that they have a cajillion dollars and they really are huge wrestling fans and they want to see wrestling done right. So not just, the casual viewer that's going to be like, oh, women wrestling and they're babes. Wait, they're also athletes. It's also like, oh, these are high flying dudes. Like they have talent from all corners of the globe coming in because they want to do wrestling right. And I mean, the fact that it's going to be more of a structured system rather than these non-consequential wins and losses that don't matter. I think that they're huge sports fans and they have a lot of money and they want to use their money to do sports right. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Here's the one thing that, first off, like I said, Khan Hive here. I just got some, like, what Shad Khan has done for my city. If he was running for mayor or president or whatever, he already has my vote. I'm just saying that right now. Tony, which is the son, questionable. I admire his passion about any of the projects he's doing. Obviously, Shad would not give that amount, have his bank account open if he didn't trust in what his son was doing.
Right.
But Tony has made some questionable calls when it comes to businesses, because while Shad does own Fulham, which is the football club that's out there, Tony runs that business. Fulham has made some mistakes since they've been owned by the Khans. I'm not saying anything's run perfectly. We all know that. It's just questionable stuff to where I know Tony snapped on a fan for calling him out, saying, what did you like, calling him out? It was a big Twitter thing at one point to where he had to go back and apologize for it. Wrestling fans I'm going to say this now, what can be way worse, if not equal to sports fans, passionate sports fans in general. Because they take stuff too seriously when it shouldn't be. It's fucking wrestling and just in entertainment and sports. My biggest thing is, I respect Tony for saying he had a 3 to 5 year plan for what he wanted to do with AEW. Obviously, the first year, you're going to be building everything up, building that brand and kind of doing more things. They also want to do more with the UK. So some of the shows are going to take place across the water too. So that's going to be dope. It's just that with that passion, don't let that blind you to things. Don't make the same mistakes these other companies have. Yes, you have the talent and some of the ideas that you have with an off season and getting your referees to learn CPR for health reasons if something happens in the ring. And then I was trying to get your wrestlers insurance. Those are great, actually amazing ideas that I want those to flesh out even more. But obviously, you are taking a risk trying to take the wrestling element and make it a sports thing, which is at this point interesting. But okay, some other companies have tried this and it hasn't worked out well. So I want to know, let me see how you expand on that. It's just questions that I have. I want AEW to succeed. I just don't want to be taken as a joke. Most of these people, most of these wrestling fans out here already, especially, I can't stand it. That's why I look at Pat and I look at everybody else, people who hate WWE and want AEW to succeed, or people who already shun AEW, calling the t-shirt company, versus and praising everything WWE does. It's wrestling, people. More businesses open means more for the wrestlers. At the end of the day, we need the wrestlers and fans. We all need this. The more products we have, the more talent we get to see, and the more talent gets paid so they can do what we all love.
Right.
Yeah. I really want AEW to succeed just because I hope it gets like WWE, like it sets a fire under them. You know, because right now, you know, we go through this shit every week. You know, it's fucked up. It's a tough watch. It's whatever. I know what to expect with AEW already. It's going to be neckbeard central. It's going to be 7-star matches, and I think that's going to translate very well on national TV for AEW. That's why I want them to go head to head with Monday Night Raw, and I promise you, I would say by if everything goes well, and let's say we're still doing this fucking show in 2023. I think
We better. I
AEW
signed the
will be
contract.
I think AEW will be the number one within the next couple years.
That's a bold predicament. That's a
Yeah,
bold
that's a pretty
prediction.
bold
That's
statement, and
huge
I'm gonna
bold.
chalk it up to you being high.
Yeah, bro. That's some stickiest of the icky because
Top promotion.
top dollar. I want to say taking Pat's energy, I see them. There's Val. You know what? I think I've asked Pat this before, but I want to get your opinion. What is the number 2 wrestling company in the United States to you? Not the world, the United States.
Oh, in the U.S.
To you.
So WWE, I would probably say Impact.
You say Impact being number 2, which is interesting. That you're the first person that said Impact. I appreciate that.
You think Ring of Honor?
I said Ring of Honor because of that. But realistically, if I'm going to go globally, it's going to be New Japan.
New Japan would be my very first response. It would be WWE, New Japan, Impact, Ring of Honor, Progress, and then it kind of gets blurry from there.
Yeah, and then at the same time though, like the reason why I say that is because there's no definitive number 2 in the United States right now. We can all come up with different options or different opinions on it. But AEW has a strong case. WWE is like the NFL. You're not gonna get rid of the NFL. It's not happening. Yeah, it can be shit, but that same shit people tune into every fucking single Sunday and Monday and then Tuesdays and occasionally is on Fridays, sometimes Thursdays. But it's you and Wednesdays. Literally wrestling every fucking day of the week. But legitimately, it's a lot to try to everybody comes close to God but can't fucking outbox him.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to be number 1, especially as time goes on, things could change. The reason why I'm with Pat on this is because that same energy that they have to be unique could make people go, hey, we need to change our product. Because that can be a ratings war. It won't, like, eventually they're not going to be on the same day, but eventually sometimes they might. If the roster grows, hey, let's put a show on Friday. Let's put a show, especially on, and you can do Friday too, because it's going on Fox. Both of you be on national.
That's why I kept saying Friday.
Yep, you can be on Friday, which I'd be on Friday versus Monday because more eyes. But you can have that. You have the expansion to grow. That being said, if you try to be number 1 in the US, knowing what those guys know, because most of them did wrestle for that company in Connecticut, some of them didn't. If you try to be them, you're going to fail. Be yourself.
I agree.
You can be it's okay being number 2 until eventually if number 1 shoots themselves in the foot, then you can take that spot.
They're going to shoot themselves in the foot.
You say
AEW,
that.
And look, and you know, I hate neckbeards to the fullest. And I
yours
know,
is growing, my friend.
Yeah, it is. Oh my Lord. But I'm just gonna go and say that AEW, and it might be because I'm high. Maybe it's because I smoked the devil's spinach, or the Satan spinach. Yeah, it's AEW will be the top company by 2023. I think. You know what? And the reason it's going to happen is because Vince is not stepping away when XFL starts, like they said he was going to. Unfortunately, until something happens, Lord forbid, to VKM.
I got an opinion on that too, but we'll save that for another episode because we got other stuff we want to cover.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, look. End of the day, I'm saying AEW will be a good company. I think they should go against WWF on Monday, and they will be the top company within the next 5 years.
Interesting.
Yep.
So,
what else is interesting?
The current top company said just recently had their NXT tag titles vacated. So that's kind of a big deal. I was waiting for that to fall when the Vikings Raider Warrior Experience got called up. It was just a matter of time, and so now those.
That's what I was kind of like. That was fucking with me. I was like, wait, timeout. What happened? Because I hadn't watched NXT in a minute. I was like, wait, what happened? Who they lost their belts to?
They did.
And yeah,
they lost them to like the TSA, and that's about it.
Yeah, great for them, but I can give two shits.
Yeah, so titles are vacated, so we'll see what happens there. They haven't announced who's going to go after them, but you know, there's only so many parties of interest, let's say, down at NXT. I personally would love to see them around the waist and or shoulders and or necks, whatever. I would like to see them in the firm grasp of the Street Profits.
There we go. Yep. I was waiting. I just want that.
One of us is going to say it. I'm glad it came.
I was going to let you know. If she would have said anything else. She would have said anything else. I'm glad we're all on agreement.
Away from him because he's going to have he's going to ruin us.
I love the Street Profits more than Patrick loves his new soundboard. So I really want to see those. Like, I just want to have like a party with those titles with the Street Profits. Like, I can just imagine how brilliant it'll be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, but two matches that we do know about for sure that are happening at the standalone NXT TakeOver in Bridgeport, Connecticut on June the 1st. I know, Patrick, I'm sorry. I know you wanted it in California, but it's in Connecticut. The NXT Women's Championship will be Io Shirai taking on my fave, Shayna Baszler, for the NXT Women's title, of course. And the NXT Men's Championship, because I refuse to say NXT Championship, because what the fuck, if it's going to be called Women's Championship, should be called Men's Championship, is Johnny Gargano, a.k.a. Johnny Champion, up against Adam Cole, baby. So
Time out. Why the fuck is that not on the soundboard?
All right. You know what? I will add that.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Thank you,
Val.
Adam Cole, baby.
Thank you.
I will get it.
Anyway, speaking of NXT, two people that prospered very much so in NXT, but not so much on the main roster, are Tyler Breeze and the Perfect 10 himself, Sean Spears, a.k.a. Ty Dillinger. They are opening up a new wrestling school in Apopka, Florida, which I think that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's going to be called Flatbacks Training. Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
No. South Florida.
They're going to... Yes. No, I know. It's going to be 8-week sessions that start on July 1st. So if anybody's interested or in the Floridian area, hit up flatbacktraining@gmail.com for more info. And there was two kind of scary moments today. One turned out to be okay, and one turned out to be just kind of sad, really super sad, actually. One was that the Nature Boy Ric Flair himself has been hospitalized, according to TMZ. They reported that it was very serious, very, very serious condition. And Conrad Thompson, Flair's son-in-law, claimed that this was already a pre-planned procedure, and he wanted to get things taken care of prior to his roast at Double or Nothing weekend. So what appeared that Ric Flair was in dire straits turned out that he was just getting some cleanup, let's just say. So fast recovery to Ric Flair. We're so glad that you're still with us. In fact, I'm wearing there we go. I'm wearing my Nature Boy holding 10 pounds of gold t-shirt today in his honor, just to send some more positive vibes out in the universe. And just a few hours ago, unfortunately, the world found out that a former WWE Diva Search winner, Ashley Massaro, has passed away at the age of 39. Now, her death is for unknown reasons. It has not been specified quite yet, but it's pretty sad to read about. Everybody in the wrestling community is sharing stories about her and about how wonderful she was. And yeah, I got to be honest, she was involved in WWE at a time that I personally had been frustrated with WWE, more so the women's wrestling treatment. But everybody said such wonderful things about her. It's sad to see this happen to somebody so young. She's younger than I am. She would have been 40 in 10 days. And that's just so hard.
Almost everybody said something nice. I just looked on Twitter and man, Reba Hardy, bro. She is
Rebby Hardy?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Rebby. Yeah. Oh my gosh. She's a cold woman.
Yeah, no, I remember. No, I remember their beef. Just move on.
Yeah. So that's
cold-blooded.
Yeah. So if you want to, I'm about to be like the smart marks or the podcasters or whatever the bloggers. Hey, if you want to go see it, you can just Google it. My sources. Whatever. But anyway,
well, Massaro had a short-lived career in the WWE, only about 3 years, and she was, geez, if I'm not mistaken, she had a feud with Tori Wilson and Candice Michelle, who at the time, with their enforcer Victoria, was known as the Skanketeers. That was an actual line from Jim Ross. So this is part of the reason why I checked out of WWE at that point. But I do know that Ashley Massaro was one of the wrestlers that got picked out because of the Diva search, but she did try to do the best that she could with what little time she had in the ring. And, I've just been watching clips of her since I heard the news a few hours ago. She broke her leg while she got eliminated from a women's battle royale off of a Raw episode.
I'm trying to remember. I think I remember that.
Yeah, she ended up having surgery and had a 5-inch metal plate and 8 screws in her leg. That's insane to me. So she tried. She really did. But it was also during an era where it was more about how you looked than how you looked in the ring. When she was in WWE, she did what she could. And I'm just sad to hear that she's not with us anymore. Yeah. And I know that she had just a few months ago started training again in New York, because she passed away in Long Island. Yes. And she had posted about taking bumps again and hoping that her old bones could hang, that kind of thing. It was in September or something, I think, is when she started training again. Mm-hmm. So, and she also leaves behind a daughter. So it's pretty sad.
That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, I won't comment on anything. Because a lot of people are speculating on what might have happened with her. And there was I know she was. I want to know one thing I will say that is factual. She was a part of a group that was trying to sue WWE for sexual harassment and assault and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that had anything to do with anything, but it's kind of getting a little dark out here. So the reason why I bring that up is because of, people, even with Red B and everything else, I try not to speak ill of the dead, no matter how fucked up that person is. Yeah. You don't want to speak on, if you don't care for them, don't talk about them. Just move on. Don't say shit.
Because there are so many people that are hurting right now, Shaggy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I totally agree with you. This is not my cup of tea, wrestling, to be perfectly honest with you. And I think anybody that's ever listened to the show or ever listened to me talk about women's wrestling knows that I'm very passionate about it. Mm-hmm. But this is the time frame when I was like, nope, peace out. It doesn't mean that it's okay to A, speak poorly of her now that she's gone, but also B, if what happened to her while she was on a WWE tour of military bases happened, you know.
And, I don't want to, at the same time, I'm like, nah, I refuse to comment on that. I'd rather remember for what she was, what it was. And apparently she was a really respected woman. And, it sucks to see that because she's like 39. It was super young. She's not when you hear wrestlers dying, the first thing you think of is, drugs. But she came in an era that really, really the drugs were starting to peter out. There weren't no drugs. I mean, the injuries were still there. CTE is starting to be a thing that they didn't know about so much, but they, and that could be another thing that could have happened. She's in that era. So it's kind of okay, we're not I won't speak on anything till we know what happens. But it's a sad day when it comes to that. To have somebody that young to be lost. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of a happier note to end this on.
Yeah.
Pat, play something stupid, please. Make this not awkward. See, this would have been perfect for Booty-O's Oos, and you didn't even press the button. You were outer space high.
I did.
They got a whole other definition of Booty-O's Oos.
Thank you. That was late.
I think that makes it more awkward, by the way, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we talk about how gorgeous Brandy looked on the blue carpet and how Cody Rhodes looked like Casper the Friendly Ghost?
No, he looks like Sammy Sosa now.
He did look like Sammy Sosa. Thank you. I was thinking that.
Someone said that shit that, he bleaches his skin because he's half Cuban and he doesn't want to look that dark. And I'm sitting here going,
he's Dominican, Kobe, right? Are you talking about Sammy?
Someone said this is what someone else said. I'm not saying this. This was like a tweet. This was like a Twitter, like
about Sammy Sosa.
No, about Cody.
Oh.
What? Sounds like a
This was a tweet. It was he's Dominican, like Sammy's Dominican, but no. In this sense, they were saying Cody's like, this is a tweet that someone said, he's part Cuban, so he's trying to bleach his skin, and I'm like, or it really could be bright. It could really be bright out, and the camera could have gotten that shot. Because if you go look at a video that he posted up early, like a thank you video, legitimately has the same skin complexion that he has now, like that we've seen.
Wow.
So it's kind of like, that could just be a bad camera shot. Brandy looks amazing.
I think it's also just from the handful of red carpets, blue carpets, pink carpets, whatever.
He's wearing all white. Wasn't he wearing all white?
Well, he was wearing super pale salmon. That's why he looked like Sammy Sosa.
The skin, not going to help out the skin at all.
Right. And so it kind of washes you out. And Brandy has the most perfect skin color and dress combo color. Oh my God, that yellow looked divine on her. And she had the purple subtleties in her hair. So she looks just like a beautiful ray of sunshine, right? And there's the white backdrop. And if the light hits the right way, it's going to look all washed out. I mean, he looks like powder.
Yeah, he looks like he went like just he looks like just super white. Like it's like I was like, man, this picture did not compliment you whatsoever, at all. Like he took it, and then he has a picture to where he's actually trying to cut weight and everything. It's like a little six pack and everything. He doesn't look like that whatsoever. So I'm kind of like, that's just a bad picture. I'm just gonna say it's a bad picture for him.
Agreed.
Have you seen the picture?
Yeah, it's rough.
But go ahead.
Pat, have you seen the picture, bro?
Yes, I seen the picture. Yeah.
You have any comments on it?
No, I don't give a shit.
Okay, moving on. Thank you, Patrick, for your lovely coverage of a salmon skin suit.
So can I tell you guys something that's kind of rad about today?
Yeah, go ahead. We need something because this has been like the most awkward 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So I got I have a really hard time with not buying wrestling merch.
Yeah, we noticed.
Patrick. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I got a Minoru Suzuki shirt on the way.
Okay. I've finally seen that man. Have y'all seen him live? Have you seen him live?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But it's
and Pat, have you?
No,
legit. It's Meiko Satomura and Minoru Suzuki putting each other in headlocks, you guys.
So Minoru Suzuki is a scary, scary man.
I love him so much.
When I was in New York, I know you know who he is. Like I was in New York. There was a tag match with him and Zack Sabre Jr. against Will Ospreay and Tanahashi, who, by the way, that hair is just as fabulous as on TV as you. It's everything. It's literally everything. I didn't think it would be that gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. It's fucking amazing. Anyway, Suzuki beat the shit out of Will Ospreay, and it was just terrifying the whole time. Like that man to almost be, if not the same height as me, if not like, or at least by 2 inches taller, he's terrifying.
He's also 50 and he'll eat your face.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't tell he's old, and you can't like if anybody else younger than him was rocking that haircut, we would be making jokes. I don't want to make jokes because he'd probably kill me.
Yeah,
he'd probably eat your face.
He's a dangerous looking man.
But you're missing the point. Like Mako Satomura, she's also fucking brutal as hell.
Yeah,
she's been wrestling. Yeah, she's been wrestling since like the mid '90s, and she's a boss ass beast, man. And so like, there's 2 pictures of them. One is of him putting her in a headlock, and the other one is of her putting him in a headlock. And legit, I bought it a couple hours ago. I was like, nope, I don't care that it's extra large, and I only wear a dude small with the sleeves cut off. I'm going to wear an extra large, cut them sleeves off, and let that shit fly. I don't care.
I don't think I've ever seen Val in a shirt with sleeves, as long as I know.
Okay, sidebar. Sunday, I wore a nice little kind of like blazer-ish because I was doing the main, and my shirt it would have been fine for on camera because they could have shot me from a certain angle. Or not had me on camera and just interviewing the wrestlers like I normally do.
Yeah.
But, my undergarments were slightly visible through my shirt.
Oh.
Nothing bad, nothing crazy. But the fact that I was announcing the championship and there's like Mother's Day, it's at a Catholic school, it's like kids are there. I don't want to be like the Jew heathen with like her see-through bra. Like, you know what I mean? So I went and I bought a little blazer from the Target down the street as soon as it was confirmed that I was doing the main. And I cannot tell you, I got told 2 things on Sunday. You did such a great job. I've never seen you in sleeves.
Yeah, I've known you for, it's been like a year now. So, I think. Yeah, I've never seen, maybe you were in sleeves, but you get me so drunk off Malort and coffee Malort and peppermint Malort and all other types of Malort that I don't even remember. So
anyway,
I'm just surprised that we all are that we've just witnessed her saying like, "Hey, I don't have an addiction. Oh, by the way, I have an addiction."
Yeah, I'm telling you, I know the addictions. I'm telling you, WWE Shop is one of them.
That I know of, but it was like harmless to me. But now I'm legitimately concerned.
I mean, it's certainly a problem, especially because like I can't even give away my shirts that I don't wear anymore, to be honest with you, because I cut all the sleeves off. So most people don't feel comfortable rocking sleeveless, whereas I don't feel comfortable rocking sleeves. Like I just don't like them unless they're long sleeves or wrong. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you wear sleeves? Anyway.
So
yeah, it's just stupid.
I mean, like if I would take you up on that offer if I wore men's small. I do obviously not wear men's small. That would be a bra on me.
I don't even give a fuck anymore. I'll wear small. Whatever. I mean, if Xavier Woods can pull it off.
Yeah.
Xavier Woods actually works out.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Well, so does Patrick. Patrick went for a jog.
He just starting workout. It's continuous with Mr. Yeah, it's continuous with Mr. Woods. I can't.
He goes through phases. Let's be real, Shaggy. He goes through phases.
We all go through phases.
He hits up the Planet Fitness for a couple weeks, and then he dips out, and then he goes back to it, then he dips out.
No, but see, the thing is, look, I go to the gym. I just don't Instagram it like that, because I feel like
you don't have to.
I haven't seen the results yet. When I get back on IG and you see me, I want to look like Ahmed Johnson. In 95, not 2019 Ahmed Johnson, because that's what I look like right now.
Oh no!
I'm trying to get to 95 Ahmed with the knee pad on the thighs.
Yeah, looking like he was in Legion of Doom.
Oh my god, weirdest fucking look.
Yeah. So
anyway, so there was a really weird look. We're not going to talk much about WWE this week because as we've said repeatedly, the Monday and Tuesday product is pretty much garbage. The Wednesday product is usually pretty golden, but since Dear Patrick no longer has a network, we're not going to be reviewing NXT, NXT UK, or 205 Live. But we are going to talk about the weird look that was revealed this week. Bray Wyatt. Firefly Funhouse. Can't
There
even
you
say
go.
the
Sound
words.
it out.
Yeah, words are hard. I talk about words for a living. It's hard.
Hard.
It's hard. So Bray Wyatt revealed his. I don't even know. Like, is he a juggalo? Is he from House of a Thousand Corpses? Like,
so there's
is he wearing
behind
like?
that.
Is he wearing Baron Corbin's like Hot Topic clearance rack leftovers?
There's a story about that. So you guys remember early day NXT when Bray Wyatt at that point he wasn't Bray Wyatt. He was Husky Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Husky Harris got sent back down to NXT when NXT was starting to become not like a big thing, but it was working its way there.
Mm-hmm.
He was down there rehabbing, and he used to wrestle in a band shirt. I forgot, kind of almost like the wrestling slacks he wore as like Bray Wyatt, as Swamp Bray Wyatt. But he would wear a mask. But he would wear what he would say is like a Slipknot mask. That's one of his favorite bands.
Right.
So he would throw on a mask and wrestle the matches. He felt more comfortable wrestling in the mask than he did without it. Up until he came up with the Bray Wyatt character, which is obviously, millennial Waylon Mercy,
right.
which we all fucking loved as a character. But this is what he wanted to originally do, but he didn't get greenlit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I occasionally watch Raw. I occasionally watch SmackDown when I have time. Other than that, I usually catch up in the mornings via Hulu or YouTube, or I just read the sheets. When I saw the video, the new Firefly Funhouse trailer or video, and I saw that he started wearing the mask, I'm like, this is what he's been wanting. It popped to me because like this is what he wanted to do since he was in NXT. So it was cool to see a callback to that. But a lot of people do not know that he did that.
Well, and I mean, the buzzard is named Waylon, right?
Yep.
Or Mercy the buzzard. Mercy the buzzard.
But he does have like a like little shirt. Like I thought it was a handkerchief, but it's a shirt that's a Hawaiian shirt.
Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, that Waylon Mercy wore.
Right.
And he even says fucking Waylon's catchphrase, if you know what I mean. Which I always thought was fucking deep cut shit, but that was great. But what I'm getting at is he went to this character and he's fully invested in this to the point to where he actually got a guy to decorate this, to make the mask for him, who also worked alongside. And now I'm also a horror geek, so Tom Savini, big man, is like a man who helped make Friday the 13th. Also does a lot of things in the horror world. Also was in Dusk Till Dawn as I forgot his character. I'll come back to it. It's gonna bother me. They're gonna at me. People are gonna at me and forget that. But no, Tom Savini helped. He went to this Tom Savini's art school to help make that mask. So that's how serious he was with it. And he even with the conversation with the artist who helped him make that mask says, "Man, you just saved my career."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which was crazy to that because he texted him out of the blue, says, "Man, I'm gonna need your help on something." He showed him what he wanted and everything else, and then he gave it to once he printed everything out. Bray went out there, told him, "You saved my career." Went to Vince and presented all of that stuff to Vince. Vince loved it. And he's doing what he's been wanting to do, which is fantastic. So I am really on board with this. Like me personally, I'm kind of bummed. I am slightly bummed out that he's not going to be wrestling in like a sweater, beating the hell out of people.
Yeah. Like his regular look. Yeah.
Yeah, like the regular look.
Like the Yowie Wowie.
Yeah, like his regular Funhouse look. Like a bloodthirsty Mr. Rogers beating the hell out of people. Saying,
but we don't know.
Like, as he grabs microphone, but that's the thing. He's gonna wrestle in that mask. I would rather him cut promos as Mr. Rogers and then go down the ring. Then go down to the ring is like kill face.
But is it going to be similar to how they are with the Demon King? How Balor is, Balor Club, and then he's the Demon. It may be something like that. You never know.
It may. Well, I mean, he is going to wrestle in it because that's what he that's what he's been wanting to do. So it's like, is he going to wrestle full time in it? Probably wrestle full time in it, unless the Firefly Funhouse was a swerve to get to that point. Which at this point it might have been if it sucked, but people love it, so it's kind of like we're gonna keep it.
Right.
So I would rather him cut the vignette with that and still can be all messed up in the head. Like he can tie up his opponent and says, "Hey, it's Sasha Banks. How you doing, Sasha?" And Sasha's like all tied up and stuff, and it's weird. Okay, now the horror stuff's starting to come out. I apologize, people.
Also, Sasha's all tied up in her WWE contract, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode. But no, I'm looking forward to what they're doing with Bray Wyatt, and I'm happy that he's happy wanting to do what he's doing.
I think the last thing that we should touch on before we talk about Money in the Bank right quick is that yes, this mask seems to be a good thing for Bray Wyatt overall, but the Kabuki mask that Asuka has been rocking since she joined the WWE roster, that may or may not have been the inspiration for the new. There we go.
Not yet.
For the new tag team of her and Kairi Sane, managed by Paige. They are now, and hopefully not forever, known as the Kabuki Warriors.
Now, so there you go. All right, calm yourself.
I'm sorry, it's really racist. When I saw that, I said, "What? You gotta be kidding me!"
Like the fact that they had like no lead up, no intro, no nothing, and suddenly Paige, a very British, non-Japanese woman in her home country of England, is announcing the Kabuki Warriors. And admittedly, Asuka looked like she was into it, and I think, maybe they are, but Kairi just kind of looked down for a little while. Did anybody else see that?
So I didn't see so I know Asuka really loves shit like that. So definitely she's all like, "Yeah, I'm all 100% in." And Kairi's like, "Aww.
But I'm a pirate.
I'm
a pirate."
Hey.
What about Kabuki
say?
Pirates?
See, Kabuki Pirates would have been awesome.
Right. And why did they have to do Warriors? And also, Asuka's a gamer, so maybe she suggested it.
Yeah.
Because isn't there like a PlayStation game called Kabuki Warriors?
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah,
but it's kind of like samurai. It's kind of like samurai and like the Edo era. It's super Japanese. So yeah, she would she definitely like it was probably two against one in this. So
no, there is a game. I just looked it up right now, man, and I don't even know video games. What? And guess where it's sold? GameSpot.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it's called Kabuki Warriors. Is a 2001 fighting game released for the Xbox shortly after the release of the console.
Yep, I remember that. Never mind. That shit did not move whatsoever. But no,
it said 1.4 out of 10 ratings at GameStop. So
that's probably one of the worst ratings I've ever seen.
That's
I ain't heard.
Probably why you forgot about it, because it was so bad.
So with that, the funny thing is, while we can sit here and joke and say it's racist because it is, but at the same time, this is also coming from the same company that took two big dudes and then the Viking experience off the gate. So maybe there could be a name change if it doesn't work. But at this point, I'm thinking that they're fine. She's like, Asuka's like, yeah, and Kairi's like, oh.
Oh man,
it's kind of like one-sided, but eventually, they can build up that tag team. Me personally, I miss the Sky Pirates, but like Miss Shirai has to stay in NXT. But I'm okay with it for right now. The name is very questionable because Kabuki Pirates was right there. But hey, I don't get paid money to name tag teams.
You should. I would say that. Holy shit. I mean, that's really like I'm trying to think what else happened on SmackDown. Nope,
I
nothing.
feel like that's it.
No. Let's.
Let's
I'll
just talk
say-
about Money in the Bank, shall we, fellas?
Yes, go ahead. I'm perfect fine with that.
Okay, so Sunday is the next installment because, like, honestly, it was go home shows on Raw and SmackDown, and there was nothing super extraordinary that blew me away on either show. Just the 2 points that we brought up with Bray and the Kabuki Warriors. But we have 2 kickoff show matches and 10 glorious matches on the card.
Yeah, just wonderful. Another 8-hour event.
Yes.
It's not WrestleMania.
These are typically like 3. Well, no. Money in the Bank. They're trying to make Money in the Bank
Like the 5th big
the new one.
Yeah.
So this one might actually be like, I'll say 4.
5? I'd
4 to
say
5.
5 because you know they got to build up for that bullshit show too.
If it's 7, like what time does it start? Like 7 or 8?
I don't know.
Nope, 7 o'clock. So it's definitely gonna be like 4 hours.
All right. Well, I can possibly do that.
Starts at 7, but no, it's still like it's incredibly long. We don't want, but do you want to take shots at the pre? So I guess we're all doing predictions.
Yeah.
Playing the prediction game.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I have the card right in front of me.
Right.
Let's do it like this. I'll start with the first one because fuck it, we're gonna do everything because everybody gets a chance around here. All right, and because Shaggy is Southern, ladies will go first. Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos in a tag team match, which I do not think it's for the titles.
I don't believe so either.
Who do you got?
I really want to say that they're gonna keep it on the Usos because duh.
Mhm.
But like I think Daniel Bryan and Rowan are gonna win this one.
Pat?
I say Usos.
Going Usos?
And only because I feel like now that Daniel Bryan has been kind of cleared, I think he's going to get back into the championship run.
I'm going Team Recycle here in this point. I think Daniel Bryan and Rowan are gonna win this match to kind of get some heel heat.
Yeah, and they're the Planet Champions.
Yeah,
and also there's more T-shirts to be sold, guys. Come on.
Fickle, yeah, that's exactly Team Fickle. That's what I'm going with. We got 2 for the Usos and 1 for Team Fickle. Next
no.
up,
I said Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
oh, you did say Daniel Bryan. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. 2 for Team Fickle, 1 for the Usos.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mistake. I apologize.
My bad.
Contact high. We got Tony Nese, which Tony Nese versus Arya Daivari in the for the singles match for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
I think Tony Nese is gonna retain.
Patrick,
Yeah, same shit. Now I really don't give a fuck about this match.
see, that hurts my heart because I love Tony Nese.
I do too.
I'm so glad he got a chance to be the Cruiserweight Champion because it
Arya
was like
Daivari as well.
it was to this point to where I'm thinking Tony Nese was like the afterthought of the Cruiserweight division in 205 Live, but he actually became champion in New York. So that's something he'll never forget in his entire wrestling career. I'm also going for Mr. 18 pack here. So this is Tony Nese household.
Yeah, Tony Nese.
Next up, we have Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio for a singles match for the United States Championship.
I would say Ray.
Really?
I feel like that squash match at WrestleMania pissed me off so hard, and I get it was because he was quote unquote injured, but it just pissed me off that they would disrespect Rey Mysterio so hard at, the showcase of the Immortals, and I think Ray's gonna take it.
Patrick, do you care about this match?
No, I don't. But I will say that Rey Mysterio will win, and I think he will win because his son will help him, Prince Mysterio.
I'm saying not to you both. I'm picking Samoan Joseph choking Ray out yet again. But
You're staying and still.
yes, and still you're reigning U.S. heavyweight champion. And as a curveball, I'm thinking Dominic actually helps his dad lose.
Interesting. If only WWE creative was, well, that creative.
Yeah, this is also, and to be fair, I think this is going to make up for their match that they didn't have at. I would think I think they're gonna make up for their WrestleMania match. It's only because like Ray was hurt.
Lord, I hope so.
They're gonna make up for it because Joe's that type of dude, and Rey Mysterio wouldn't have gone on had he wouldn't have made all this stuff is like making Joe. This is Joe's first WrestleMania that he get to be on, and then actually they wanted to kind of help him do that. So yeah, they're gonna have a better match. I know they're gonna have a better match. All right, next thing we got, and this is now granted this is not in order. I'm just going by what I got here. We have Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship.
Hello? Yeah.
I really think Kevin Owens is going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it'll give something for Kofi to chase. And he'll chase it, and when Big E's healthy again, because Big E's injury is not earth-shattering. He just had meniscal repair.
Mm-hmm.
I think that...
So you're going classic face chases the heel type thing. Dig it.
Yeah. I feel like going up to SummerSlam, it's going to be a good long while of him trying to right how he felt he was wronged. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, I feel you on that. I'm with it. Pat, what you got?
Kofi retains. That's it. Only because I think Kofi retains because I think they're really gonna give him a shot. I think he's gonna hold it to at least SummerSlam.
I say the same thing. I think Kofi's gonna retain. They are really happy with everything how this turns out. Apparently they want to have him hold that belt to the Fox deal. Is what I've read, but you only can read some things with a grain of salt.
But that's exactly why I think it's going to go the other way, because I feel like having him chase for it this summer and just in time for that Fox. Look who our champion is.
So you're saying he gets it back SummerSlam?
Yeah,
carries it in. Okay, I'm with that. Like it's not bad. Like I love both dudes. Like I'm okay with it. And Kofi's held that belt long enough to where I can be like, okay, if he loses it, he loses it. But if he doesn't, I'm all with it. I just don't want him to get stale. So
agreed. And I feel like if he holds it till SummerSlam, that's going to make it stale. But if he loses it, especially now, that Sammy and KO are their smarmy duo again. I mean, I just feel like, I think that Kofi needs something to chase before the SmackDown jumps to Friday.
Yeah, I feel you on that. All right. Next we have the Miz versus Shane McMahon in the steel cage match. So who we got and what's the over under on Shane killing himself?
I'm gonna go for Malort is the winner during this match because I guarantee I will be drinking it when this match is happening. The Miz Lort or the Shane Malort man.
Oh Lord!
In a steel Malort match.
Oh brother!
He goes through the Malort.
Yes.
Malort bomb.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna make a Malort bomb on Sunday just for you guys.
There you go.
There you go.
Instead of
I'm gonna have to try some new shit when I come in Nisei.
Pat, who you got?
I really don't give a shit because I'm tired of Shane McMahon hogging up unnecessary TV time on both shows.
Exactly.
But I think Miz.
Is this what we're gonna start calling your piss match? Piss break match?
Yeah, I was gonna say this is my piss break for sure. And you know what? It's making me feel bitter like Malort tastes. It's my Malort match.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah.
So we got so this match has been going on this is a Malort break for Val, piss break for Pat, and I just want to see Shane jump off of something and explode. That's it. That's all I really want.
Yeah, shit break. Yeah, we're gonna keep.
Can we talk about another match that I think is gonna be worthless?
Go ahead.
What's that?
And Patrick, don't be mad, but your boyfriend versus Elias, I just feel like no.
Hey, whoa. That's actually the second next match that we have on here after the next one, but I'll go ahead. Roman Reigns versus Elias. I'm guessing you're going Elias here?
No, I'm going Roman Reigns, but I just don't care about this match and it pisses me off.
I blame Shane for this. I like both guys in this. I like both guys in the chain. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. That's
Pat,
why that's why I'm angry about it.
Pat, who you got?
I got the big dog. You know, he's back. I mean, yeah, big dog.
You are the president of the Patrick Pryor's Puppy Pound, so
that is true. That is very true. I just feel like, you know, like I said, this is kind of a pointless match. It's a match we could have easily saw on Monday Night Raw or Tuesday Night SmackDown. I'm not invested in it.
Or on Saturday Night Main Event. Shoot.
You know, hey,
I
look,
bring
man,
that
don't
back.
disrespect the big dog like that. He would never in his life work a fucking main event. And if he did, holy shit.
He would work a Saturday main event, not a regular main event.
Oh,
Show
man,
some respect for the Saturday night main event, all right?
That's Roman Reigns against Victor.
That's my childhood we're talking about, all right?
That's fair. That's fair. I know. I got you guys.
Yeah.
So and I'm taking the big dog here too. I'm gonna put two fists in the air for Roman Reigns. Exactly. Same energy. All right, so we got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's SmackDown Championship. Val, who you got?
Charlotte, next.
Pat?
Okay, even though I know in reality it's probably going to be Becky, and then whoever wins a Money in the Bank is going to cash in on her, and
yeah, Pat.
I say Becky retains.
You say Becky retains.
Still.
I'm gonna say it's probably. I'm gonna go Charlotte Flair with this. I'm gonna go Charlotte Flair. Only because I can also see her winning, but I can also see her whoever gets that cashing in on her too. That being said, let's go. Speaking of cash in, we have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which is Natalya, Dana Brooke, Naomi, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon, Carmella, and Nikki Cross.
Geez, I'm having a really hard time with this one, to be perfectly honest with you, because I just want to say Mandy Rose because they're so hot for her. But I would really love it if somebody random like Nikki Cross gets it.
That'd be amazing.
You know what I mean?
That'd be amazing.
I don't know that they're going to play it safe and go with a Naomi or Natalya or Carmella. I sadly don't think it's going to even remotely be Dana Brooke or Bayley, although I'd love to be wrong on both accounts.
Yeah.
And I won't say that I want Ember Moon to win because I don't want Patrick to disconnect me from the call.
Yeah, you don't want him to hit the button because he's got his finger on the button right now.
Because he hates her with a passion I've never knew possible. It just is like crazy to me. Like, she's a badass black woman. Why would you not want to cheer for her?
Pants. It's her pants.
You think she has control over what wardrobe makes for her?
Her normal jeans that she wears on like a normal day.
Bruh, you've seen me in my denim.
Yes.
Except me. Okay, granted, that was 10 years ago. That was like damn near
10 years ago.
11 years ago. And I've dressed way better than I do now. So, like back then. So, yeah. Who do you have then, Pat?
I'm going to go hard Mandy Rose, soft Nikki Cross.
Okay, who you got, Pat?
Dana Brooke.
You got Dana
Brooke? They've been pushing her a lot too, man.
It's crazy because I'm thinking she gets her due. I really think she gets her due. I'm going to go ahead and I picked Charlotte for this match. I'm going to go ahead and say Nikki Cross. I'm going to take Nikki Cross. I mean, only reason her or Dana Brooke would make the most sense, but if...
Well, they need it the most. That doesn't mean that they're going to give it to who needs it the most. They unfortunately...
Exactly.
And you know what? I'm looking at Dana Brooke's shit on the shop, and it's not good.
No, none of it is. You know what makes me sad right now? I just realized if they got rid of if Nikki Cross is going back to the good guy, they probably got rid of her Sanity theme song. I love that theme song.
Yeah, so what the hell she's gonna come out to now?
That's interesting. I might just tune in for that just to find out what she gets. Yeah. All right. We have the men's Money in the Bank. Oh, just so you guys know, Pat took Dana Brooke. Val is split. She took Mandy Rose up front and Nikki Cross in the back. I took Nikki Cross. Now we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Sami Zayn, Rick O'Shea, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Ali. Is it though?
What a Drew
Is it
McIntyre.
though? Is it though?
I thought you meant Ali just because you said his name. I'm like, that
Brown-
doesn't even make sense.
No,
Drew.
you made him sound like Groundskeeper's Willie.
That's
You
because
didn't
they're
say-
both Scottish.
You didn't say that about Nikki Cross, motherfucker. Like,
Look, look, man. Nikki Cross is actually the one.
you didn't say Nikki.
Just because Nikki Cross actually called her, like Nikki Cross actually said, Drew, if you want, we can get to fight. That was in the NXT house. Okay, all right, I'll take it. All right, fine. Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, all hail, Ali, Finn Balor, Andrade, and Randy Orton. Don't you hit that button.
What about Ricochet?
I did say Ricochet. I said Sami Zayn and Ricochet first.
O'Shea.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Mr. O'Shea.
Yeah. Mr. O'Shea.
Yeah.
Val, who do you have? Is it Mr. O'Shea?
No, it's always Ali. If he's ever in a match, I always want him to win.
Fair enough.
And
I'm with you on that.
I think that they want him to win because they were pushing him. He got injured. Kofi flipped that switch, but they still are solid on Ali. They took away his name, but they want to give him that rocket ride. You know what I mean?
He's actually gotten more popular since they had the name drop, apparently.
Well, that's
Unfortunately.
why they did it.
That's hilarious to me because it's like,
Because that's
ew. And
racist.
you're like, oh, it is.
That's right.
Like,
They
I don't
also-
even like saying Ali. I only call him Prince Mustafa Ali.
I mean,
I
call
still
him
wish
Prince
that he
Ali
was a live
because-
action. I wish that he was a live action Aladdin like he wanted to be. That
See, I
would
was
have
gonna
been
make
perfect.
that Aladdin joke because like it's literally coming up here really soon.
No, he
Uh,
straight away like put out on Twitter when they were casting for it. They're like, "Yo, let me know. I
He's
can be
like,
your
I
Prince
can do
Ali."
it. I can do it, guys. I'm not doing
I was just
anything
like,
right now.
"Oh my god." Could you imagine like the Mickey mark, the lady mark, and me, my brain melting? Oh my god!
Yeah, and he's Chicago too. Yeah, man.
Right? I'm just
Yeah.
almost thankful that they didn't cast him because I don't think I would have been allowed in the theater. Let's be real.
It'd have been unfortunate for the people, for the children in the front row.
Yeah.
So you're taking Ali. Matt, who do you have?
Ali as well.
You know,
Prince
the-
Ali, fabulous he, money
Yeah.
in the bank. There you go.
I can see that happening.
Damn, you really.
have,
My heart says Andrade. My brain says Baron Corbin.
Ooh, that would be so great if Baron Corbin got it again. Oh, so
I
much.
would cry for 56 nights if Baron Corbin won because I would just be trolling away.
I would like for Andrade to win though.
That's
Question.
why I got yes, ma'am.
Do either of you gentlemen feel strongly either way, or are you meh about the fact that Braun Strowman is no longer in this match?
Meh.
Look, I've said it for plenty of weeks on the show. It's time, Braun Strowman, just leave the WWE, finish your contract out, and do these Larry the Cable Guy movies. Just that's it. It's over. It is over.
Are still a thing?
I don't know, but Braun will be he'll be like the hillbilly Rambo. It's a lane for him.
The accuracy of that is hilarious.
WWE doesn't have any plan for him, and apparently he got heat on himself because he fucked up a spot at WrestleMania or some shit like that or whatever. But
Also,
Yeah.
he probably knows more rap songs than I do.
yeah, and he seems like a cool guy. Matter of fact, Braun Strowman looks like what Lars Sullivan used to tweet on those forums. Like,
Exactly.
if he was
It's
Twitter,
funny
not
because
knowing.
Braun looks like that. Well, also Lars looks like a
He's
skinhead.
far from that. Yeah.
But like Braun's like, no, I love everyone. Like I love everyone. Everyone should be treated equally. Now go swipe right on my Tinder.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like,
but yeah, I don't care about.
All right. So
yeah.
Pat and Val are going Ali here. I am split between Andrade and Baron Corbin.
Hey, we forgot about the Raw Women's Championship.
No, we didn't. That's actually on the list that I have. It's actually the first match. Like on this list. I just
so
kind
you
of
have a different list than what we have in the.
Yeah. I'm going off of the list I have is Wikipedia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I just like because that's literally the last match, which would put.
What about the
main
women's
event.
tag team championship?
It is not on here, surprisingly.
I have it on mine. Maybe that's wrong. So
right.
let's just do that just in case.
We'll do the.
And we also have the Universal Championship.
That's actually up next.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's on my list. That's actually up next.
So
But we'll
the women's tag team championship is the Iconics taking on the Kabuki Pirates.
This show will now only call them the Kabuki Pirates, not the Kabuki. We will not recognize Kabuki Warriors. Please
Redacted.
respect. It's redacted. Please reschedule one. Like, please schedule. Please respect scheduled for one fall LLC as we take this in a matter of our own hands. But who do you got? The Kabuki Pirates, or do you have the Iconics?
I got the Pirates.
Mr. Patrick.
Pirates. I think
I also will take. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just think that they made a joke out of the Icons. They've been losing matches super quick, and now in aligning Paige with the two lovely Asian ladies, not wherever the fuck they're being called.
Wait, they can just be lovely. They can just be lovely ladies, Pat. What is your problem?
I thought I can get a pass.
Hit the button.
That's racist.
All right, here we go.
Thank you.
That's racist.
Thank you. Everyone has now had the button, and it's all equal.
That's crazy.
Go ahead.
No,
finish your statement.
But yeah, I just feel like the Iconics they didn't have a good run, and I guess they're a good comedy relief team.
Would you think they're just losing steam?
Yeah.
Val, would you agree with that? I kind of see where he's coming from, but
I honestly feel like that they are fantastic on the mic, and they're not bad in the ring per se, but they definitely did not have a very glorious title reign.
Neither did Sasha and Bailey. So I'm starting to think that those belts might be cursed.
I think that they just don't know what to do with them, and maybe they are cursed because you know what? Go fuck yourself. They are not the first ever women's tag team champions.
Nah.
Like, come on.
Nah.
That pisses me off. And I was one of the jagoffs that had the sign at Evolution saying we want women's tag championships. I didn't think that they were going to take a shit on all the women that came before them.
Unless their name was fucking Fabulous Moolah, I guess, and you're all right. I don't know, but
redacted.
Well, no, the Glamour girls like Leilani Kai and Wendy Richter, wasn't that the one tag team? And then
Wendy
the jumping why can't I think of the name because I'm thinking of Sky Pirates and Kabuki Pirates. They were also Asian women. Oh man, turn in my Lady Mark card right now. This is how you know I'm hungry.
It's getting late too, so I definitely understand that. Late for me anyway.
Yeah, it was the jumping bomb. Jesus,
why
can't I think of it?
All right, so
it'll hit me when we start talking about it.
Exactly. This is the house. So majority rules here. We all are taking the Kabuki Warriors. Next up, we got Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. In my opinion, will probably be match of the night. For the WWE Universal Championship. Val, who you got?
For the Universal, I think Seth retains.
Seth retaining? Pat, what about you?
Oh, the Jumping Bomb Angels. That's what it was.
There it is.
God damn it. I knew it. I was like, as soon as I said Seth Rollins' name, and I thought of him and Becky.
There it is, DJ.
I thought about what angels they were, and then Jumping Bomb Angels.
Got him.
My sad little brain. Oh, man.
I'm going to say that this match is going to end in a no contest because we will see Brock Lesnar appear.
That, my friend, would be beautiful and hilarious. But I'm also and I'm by default you're picking Seth to retain. I'm also picking Seth to retain. Majority rules on that, people. We're picking Seth. Last but not least, yes, ma'am.
And it wasn't. I'm so stupid. Wendy Richter was not Leilani Kai's tag team partner.
I was about to say because I was like, Wendy Richter. I was like,
No, not at all. That was so stupid of me. See, I need to eat more food. I've been going to the gym doing 2-a-days again, and I'm not like eating as much as I should. I got to be honest. But yeah, so you know what I mean? So like I'm always kind of in like a brain fog.
That Malort,
Because
man. That's what I'm blaming.
Judy, no, I haven't even had Malort in like a week. But
that's still too much. That's still too much.
It's Judy. It'll hit me. But yeah, okay. What's the next thing we're talking about? Sorry.
All right. Last but not least, Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans, and what I originally had as my match of the night for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Pat, who you got?
What championship is this again? Oh, for the Raw Women's. I say
This is women's Raw's Women's Championship.
yeah. I kind of want to say Lacey Evans.
Not
Just
bad.
want to piss off the
Want to
old
elaborate? That's all you got.
Simon.
There you go.
I think
Well, there we are. Well, Val, what about you?
Oh my gosh. Judy Martin. That's her fucking name. Becky Lynch. I'm gonna say Becky Lynch.
You're saying Becky retaining?
Yeah.
I
Although I can only imagine the photos that Lacey Evans will post of her daughter wearing the Raw Championship title to piss off Simon.
Oh man, I can already see it. That's the only reason why I want her to win. And there's really no need for Becky to carry the two belts, right? I mean,
I really think what could potentially happen, like in my brain, of course I want Charlotte to win everything, everywhere, forever and all time. I think Becky's gonna win both, and then whoever wins Money in the Bank is gonna cash in right away. And they've talked about how they
want her. You say you want her to win all the time. Have you seen Andrade?
Oh yeah, no, she's winning, but I mean like in the ring, not in life. I mean, I always want her to win in life too. Ashley Flair deserves nothing but awesome, and Andrade and her seem to be a very good fit for each other, and they keep each other very happy, and it's cute. As soon as she was wearing like Los Igornables hats, I was like,
you knew what was happening.
Yeah. As soon as she was rocking the LIJ, I was like, yeah, she's hitting that.
Like, girl, what you know? I was like, girl, what you know about that? Your dad don't
She's
even know
starting
about
to train with Lucha. I'm like, yeah, okay, we're gonna talk.
All right, I guess. Let me pull you around. And say, girl, what you doing out here? What you doing?
Yeah, I was like, oh. Anyway, so I think Becky's gonna win both, and then she's gonna lose at least one, if not both, to whoever wins the Money in the Bank.
So,
or does Alexa come into play in this? I don't know, because she's not cleared for the ladder match.
I'm gonna say Becky retain. Becky's gonna retain one of these belts. I think this is gonna be Lacey. While I want to say this is gonna be Lacey Evans' coming out party.
Well, she comes out all the time to the ring and does nothing.
Actually does something this time. Like a literal, not in the literal sense of her coming out, like she's been doing for the last 6 months, getting on my damn nerves. But no, wrestling wise, she ain't bad, like at all. So I'm interested to see that. Yes.
Yeah, no, I think she has a lot of potential. I really do, as a character, as an athlete, as a performer. Like, I think I hate to say it, but I think she's kind of great, you know? It pisses me off.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm tired of blondes, but I'm like, all right, you can actually wrestle. So I can't hate that. That would make no sense.
She's like a badass Marine mom, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Lacey?
Yeah.
Ex-military. I know.
She's a Marine.
Yeah.
She's not just like, I'm on, National Guard. Like, she's Marine.
Like, actual thing. I thought she was Army. But anyway, I'm gonna go Becky. I'm gonna say Becky retains here. I am gonna piggyback off what you said though. I think she's gonna retain via bullshit. So not to make Lacey look bad.
Yeah.
So I'll say that. So me and Pat are sticking with Becky.
No, I said Lacey.
No, you said Lacey. My fault. Me and Val are sticking with Becky because we're smart. And Pat here is going to be the wild card and take Lacey Evans.
Okay, so first and foremost, can I just point out that her name, like her birth name, is Macy Evans?
That's horrible.
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Macy, Macey. So basically Lacey, but with an M. And not only was she in the Marines, she was introduced to wrestling while serving as a military police officer in the U.S. Marines.
Hmm.
Didn't she have an indie run too?
Very, like, only for like a year though.
Okay. All right. Because I knew she had an indie background. I just didn't know how fleshed out it was.
Yeah, I mean, she only wrestled for like about a year. Let me look at her Wikipedia. She made her debut for the promotion in 2014, later winning the company's World Heavyweight Championship. So American Premier Wrestling in Statesboro, Georgia.
Ooh boy, that's a wee predicament right there.
Yep.
But okay, but no.
I just felt that too. But yeah, she was born in Georgia, but she calls Orlando home.
Yeah, I know she was one of the people that got her home flooded when we had the hurricane down here a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that sucked. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I honestly think this is going to be a coming out party. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. So I'm actually going to be Money in the Bank. While not hyped for it, it could come off being surprising. Money in the Bank's never really been a boring pay-per-view. Predictable, yes. Right. It's never been boring.
All right. It's been pretty good.
Yeah. I can't think of like one boring Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I can say predictable, but not boring. Speaking of, yes, ma'am.
I just read more on her Wikipedia of her personal life.
Mm-hmm. She
had a rough life as a kid.
That I did hear.
Yeah. I heard that on the Lillian Garcia podcast. Like her, you know what? She has a very good podcast, but it's depressing as shit. Like you gotta go into that because it's like therapy, you know. Like a lot of the WWE superstars come on there, and like I know Dana Brooke was on there, and she was talking about so much crazy stuff. And yeah, it's a sad show, but a very good one. But yeah, she had.
Well, it says that she was raised in a home torn by depression and drug and alcohol abuse, and at times while growing up, had to live in tents due to her parents' legal problems. Yeah. Her father, who had entertained thoughts of becoming a wrestler but never acted on them, died of a drug overdose before she got her WWE tryout.
Oof.
That's crazy. Yeah.
She and her husband started dating when she was 14, and they have a daughter together, which our former co-host is the number one supporter of.
Yeah. Rough.
Yeesh. All right, seriously, we gotta stop. Like this is technically my first official episode, and I refuse to go out like that on these low notes.
How about something cool? There's going to be a chronicle. The next chronicle that premieres this Saturday on the WWE Network is going to be about Prince Mustafa Ali.
Chicago made. I'm with it.
I'll watch that.
I'm down with that too.
Yeah, so that's cool AF, right?
Yes.
I mean,
I'm all for Ali stuff, man. I'm all for it.
And also tomorrow, I don't know if y'all know this, there's going to be a Freelance Wrestling Presents Battle Royale at Logan Square Auditorium. I'm super stoked.
And shit. Like it looks like it's going to be a very good show, and you know I'm always a big fan of Matt Nixon, I Candy Elliott. I hate GPA. You can go to hell. Yeah.
Well, he's going to be taking on Craig Mitchell for the Freelance Underground Championship. One of the matches that I'm probably the most excited for is the four-way dance between the ladies that night is going to be Joni Threat versus Shazza McKenzie versus Solo Darling versus Laney Luck. That's going to be sick. For like the first time in 11 billion years, Eric Cannon is going to be taking on Ophidian. That's going to be insane.
I fucking love Ophidian.
Yeah, dude. There's like a four-way tag team Championship. The Workhorsemen, who currently have held the titles for basically ever, I feel like. The Hooligans, the Ugly Ducklings, and the Gymnasty Boys. And, of course,
Those
Ricky
Gymnasty
Shane.
boys.
Yeah, dude. Ricky Shane Page is going to be taking on Ethan Page for basically the rights of who's the best page in freelance, but also for the freelance world title. And then, of course, there's a battle royale, which is featuring a 30-person battle royale, and the winner gets a title shot at the freelance world championship. So it's going to be tomorrow night. Doors are at 8 for spells at 9 p.m. First row, I believe, is sold out, but second row is only $25, and GA is $20. So you'll see yours truly there. And if you can't watch it in person, of course, you can always watch it on independentwrestling.tv. So yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Next time I'm in Chicago, got to take me to more wrestlings.
That's what I do.
Well, ladies and gents, it's almost time. We're actually probably gone way over, but that's fine. That's how I like my episodes. Long and thick.
Ugh,
That's
awkward.
I gotta find a
Yeah,
sound.
I had to get rid of it. I had to get it now because I know you don't have it on your soundboard, and it's gonna fucking pause me later. So I know you don't have it. I won't be doing that ever again. Anyway, this has been a fun episode, guys. Thank you for introducing me, and thank you for doing that. Next week we'll be obviously going over Money in the Bank, our results. Who will be laughed at for being horrible? Who will be triumphant in their guessing because we actually have no idea what the fuck we're doing. We'll also cover some more stuff with New Japan's Best of the Super Juniors. I'll cover that next week. And I'll cover some other stuff too. We talked about some progress stuff, and hopefully nothing bad will happen within the next week's show. Because
can I tell you something really good that happened while we were talking about?
Did you buy another shirt?
I may have, but I also just booked a guest for us for next week.
Ooh.
Now, he was supposed to do it in the past, but because he's very, very busy traveling everywhere for wrestling, he unfortunately had to bail on us, but he felt so bad. He was like, please, please, please put me back on. We were actually texting at the start of the show, and he's like, can I just jump on with you guys? And I was like, no, we'll wait for next week. So we're going to see him tomorrow night at the Freelance Battle Royale, but
Can I
Gringo Loco.
You spoiled it. It's all good.
No, Gringo Loco. I didn't mean to spoil it. Gringo Loco is agreed to make some time with us next week, if you will.
Very dope. I was trying to keep I was going to keep the chat. I was going to keep our lovely audience in suspense. But no,
man. I like to put it out there.
Fuck them.
Just whip it out.
No, not fuck the fans.
I'm about to say, whoa, buddy, come on. That's not what we do here.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Come on, that's not.
I apologize for that. We definitely cannot the fans.
You are having way too much fun with that soundboard.
Yes, I am, and
he's so happy. He is so happy that it works.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I paid a lot of money for it, so.
Well, any other closing thoughts, guys? You guys got anything? Val, you got anything going on? You popping up in anybody's rings? Anything like that this weekend?
No, I mean, I'll be, of course, I'll be working the show tomorrow night. So if you see me, say hello. I'll be working the freelance wrestling gig, and then just my usual, I'll be at the Friendly Confines all week until I talk to you guys next week.
Sweet. Pat, what about you?
If you're going to the show that Val will be at, please take a fucking bath, take a shower, because a lot of times in those places, like, everyone's fucking musty. Okay, look, we're all adults for the most part. Okay, and especially the people that go to, like, wrestling shows. Come on, like, seriously, wash your ass, wash your legs, wash your feet, and just have a good time and not yell stupid asshole shit. I know that doesn't happen at a freelance show, but just
people are pretty respectful.
Pretty respectful, yeah. But yeah, just don't be musty. That's my only message this week. That
lovely public service announcement was brought to you in part by Schedule for One Fall.
Yeah,
please wash your ass. I have been Shaggy Black. Val, Pat, thank you. Kick out at 2.